year 2020. It's a day that gives you opportunity to correct your error. It's a day that gives you value to build capacity. I'm up. And it's a day that think you can do it again and again, even when the entire world has come against you. Each day, it's an opportunity to correct our yesterday. So the opportunity of today is to correct your error yesterday. So my purpose here is to tell you, please, maximize your season. You are here for a reason. Maximize your season because you are here for a reason. For those who know about this program, it's called Talktolife. Talktolife is a platform that is birthed on the premise of helping you to be your own motivation, helping you to be your own motivational speaker to inspire yourself. And the reason it's simple. If you are waiting for a motivational speaker, what if they don't show up? So does that mean you're going to be dead with your vision? Does that mean you're going to let your day to just go by without having any impact? I was at work this morning, and one of the police officers who was working where I worked, he said, "Hey, Chaplain," he said, "it's going to be a great day." He was expecting me to say, "Yes, of course, it's going to be a great day." But I look at him, I say, "Officer, you can make it a great day." Isn't that something? Life is a choice. Excuses exclude people. You can either make it a great day or it will never become a great day. So today, the 18th day of the month of December, the year 2020, come to ask you today, is it going to be a great day or are you going to make it one? If I were you, I'm going to make it one. And one of the ways you can make it one is to listen to Talktolife, a platform that will make you to talk to yourself. It's a platform that shows you the thing that God has provided and much more. What are the things you need to put in place to leverage on God's provision? So I call it provision plus responsibility. When they come together, it will not give you your desire. Rather, it's going to give you what you deserve. Deserve is the elder brother of desire. Deserve means you will get it before others. Other people can desire it, but those who deserve it get it first. Maybe that will help you. So, for those who know us, today is 201 days. 201 days. How do we get here? I don't know. On that note, we're going to pray to give God the praise and committing the rest 166 days. Because this program is going to be for 1 year, one entire year, 12 calendar months. We started on the 1st of June in the year 2020, 1st of June, to move to the end of June, 1st of July, end of July, 1st of August, September, October, November, December, and this is December, the 18th day. So if you add it together, I think it's going to give you something like 201 days. So, if you are here, let us pray. Our Father who art in heaven, who can never be bribed, the God who cannot change his mind because of men for or against us, the God who has sustained the heaven and the earth that require no input of anybody to do it, the God who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all, that is the God that we are. We thank you for everybody. For those who know about this program who opt out, for those who don't know about this program who opt out, for those who are going to step out because they don't know me, I thank you for them. I thank you for even for them to listen to me for 1 second before they decided to make their decision. And I pray for those who are going to stay, that you have ordained to be part of this program, even the 201 days of today. I pray, Lord Jesus, you sustain them, that you make my word to have an impact in their life, that you will not allow me to speak, rather you speak through me, that each word will be a word of capacity, addition, greatness that's going to change our level. And at the end of it all of us, including me, we have the God to glorify your holy name. All this and much more I ask in your most holy name, Jesus. Amen. 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 Thank you, everybody, and thank you for the privilege. Guess what? I don't own this program. Guess what? This is not my program. If it were left for me to make decision, I will do this program 1 week and I'm going to stop, because the demand of it is much. The press on it is much. And sometimes, if you have ever followed me, I doze off while teaching. I'm so tired inside of me. I never knew I can get to 30 days. I never knew I can move to 60 days. I never knew I can do 90 days. Not to talk about 100. Not to talk about 100 times 2, which was yesterday. But today is 201. So I want you to pause a minute and I want you to think about it. If somebody did something for 201 days consistently without stop, I don't know what you call that. If you are listening to me right now and you have a better way to let me see it, I want you. If you're listening to me right now and you have a better way to let me to say, Rotimi, I think this is what I call it, I want to. You know, why we are still thinking. Yesterday, I thought about, I don't know if yesterday's video can be uploaded. I talked about, I think, a footprint. And I said, the knowledge of yourself is the secret to your footprint. If you don't know yourself, you will never have what to offer. If you don't offer anything, nobody wants to be part of you. And if nobody is part of you, nobody is going to care about you. If you have not watched the video, please, I think the video will be up today. So while you are still getting ready, I will be sharing with you today on the subject of sustain. You know, I said this program is going to be 365 days. Or because this year is a leap year, it's going to be 366 days. Every day. How am I going to do it? Listen, anytime you are concerned about the end result, the now result will become a problem. Be driven by the end result, but be more concerned about now result. Every now result will produce end result. I love that. I need to write it down. Now result, end result. Come on. End result is overwhelming. End result is tough. End result is caring. If somebody tells you in the last 10 years that you're going to become a millionaire, you said, what are you talking about? The vision is not there. The capacity to grab through the picture, they are not there. But as you grow each day, as you grow up each day, you're going to meet people, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to correct your error, you're going to try again. In the process, God rewards you. Let me tell you something. What you cannot afford to get that you have in your hand is a result, or is a compensation from heaven to make earth not to work in vain. Wow, I love that. I love that. I'll say that again. Your end result is a compensation from heaven, because heaven will never make earth to what? To work in vain. If somebody desires to be a medical doctor, it's going to start from primary school, secondary school. In America, you have to go to 4 years of undergrad first. College, after that, you come out, you write an entrance exam. When you are selected into the school, you start the 4 years in class. Then you now go to clinical. From clinical, you go to residency. From residency, you go to specialization. So half of your youthful age is being invested in it. In the same vein, you want to be anything. You want to be a man of God, that you sense that you have been called into ministry. You want to be a good woman that will help a man. You want to be a CEO. You want to build a business like Amazon, like Facebook, like Walmart. All these things takes time. But if you have seen the end result, it's good to see the end result, but don't be overwhelmed by it. If you are overwhelmed by end result, you will never invest in now result. And when now result fails, the foundation is crumbled, and there is not going to be anywhere where the end result is going to be standing. What I'm trying to tell you, see the end result, but invest in now result. That is the best way I'm going to let you to know this. Every time I go to work tomorrow, but every time that I have the opportunity, the privilege, the capacity to be able to come in here, I don't come here because I'm seeing the 365 days that the Lord told me this program is going to be. It's tiring, it's wearing to think about what to talk about and to think about how to develop it. If you give me a word, like I've talked about marriage, I've talked about father, talked about mother, I've talked about family, I've talked about money, I've talked about spirituality. If you have ever had time to go through our program, you'll see many things that I've talked about. How did that happen? I see now result. No, I'm saying end result, but invest in now result. The same thing I come to tell you today. Don't be overwhelmed how your marriage will be successful, but be overwhelmed by how to love your spouse, to take care of your children, and to be a vision-driven person. Let each day be well invested, and guess what? Your end result will be sure. Sustain. I come to share with you today. It is not enough that you start what you're starting. It is not enough that you begin what you begin. It is not enough that you start something. Let me tell you something. I am this guy that was born in Nigeria. I make a huge mistake. Some people don't believe in me. Some people don't trust in me. Even when I'm about to get married to my wife, our family say, hey, this guy wants this guy to get a paper in America. But as God did, I got my US citizen in 1 year. That is to show some people that I'm not just here. Let me tell you something. There are some people that God has ordained to be successful. No matter the contribution of men, they're going to be successful anyway. So people that God uses as a channel for them to get where they are going is just for them to be part of the success. Let me tell you something. When Joseph was sold, the pit was part of the success. His brother were part of the success. When Joseph was sold, Potiphar was part of the was the process. The Potiphar's wife was part of the process. When Joseph was cast back into the prison, guess what? The prisoners were part of the success. The person in charge of the prison was part of the success. Even the people that interpreted the dreams for the part of the success. When the people who left the prison to go back to the palace did not remember it, that 2 years process was part of the process. When there was trouble in the palace and they needed somebody for a solution, the spirit to be reminded by that person was part of the process. I want you to know that nobody can make somebody successful. You are just part of the process. My father, my mother don't make me to be who I am today. They are just part of the process. The people who have recommended me, who have added value to me, they are not the one who make me to be who I am today. They are just part of the process. I have never sat down with Bishop David Adedokun. I have come down very close to him, very close to me. The last time in 2017 when he was in New York and he called all the pastors in Winner, I was privileged to be there, very, very close to him, listen to him talk to us, what he would ever share on the altar. But I come to say all that are part of the process of life. One thing I want you to know, only those who trust in God will remain relevant in life. Only those who trust in God will remain relevant in life. I'm trying to tell you today, if you know that the money you make from work, if you know that your father, your mother, your sister, your boss, the government of the country you live, wherever you're in Nigeria, you live in US, I've come to understand this. It is not about where you are, it's about who you are. I will say that again. It's not about where you live, it's about who lives in you. It is the God that you serve. It's not the government of the country. I've known a lot of people who lives in US yet struggled. And I know of some people who lives in Nigeria and yet they are doing very well. I'm going to give you 2 examples. One of my mentors is called Fela Drotoye. If you know, he's a popular motivational speaker. I call him a pastor, but he doesn't have a church. But he's a trainer. He's a motivator. Each time he has a program that he holds like once a month. It is called Speak for Good. If you ever have the time, leverage on Speak for Good. It's going to change your life. This guy have a minimum of 100 people to sign up for that program, and each of them pay an average of 100,000. I've done the class twice. So each time, do you know how much that is? That is one. Do the calculation yourself. There's a friend of mine who has a YouTube channel. This guy is from Osun State. His accent is very thick than mine. I'm working on mine. But this guy has never lived in the United States, Nigeria once. He has never left Nigeria once. This guy has over 1.2 million, almost 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube. And YouTube pays this guy, each time I have opportunity to talk to him, YouTube pays this guy more than $10,000 each month. And because we are trying to grow our own YouTube channel, and I said, sir, I want to sow seed into your life. Please give me your account. This is what he said. He said, Pastor Rotimi, God has blessed me. He said, give that money to those who are in need. Wow. My brain pressed the reset button. And I come to understand that you can live in US and struggle. You can live in Nigeria and struggle. Let's flip the coin. You can live in Nigeria and be okay. And you can live in US and be okay. All that I'm trying to say, sustainability is the key to your continuity. Sustainability in what? Sustainability to know who you are. Don't allow people to sell to you who you are not. In the midst of it, when Esther, oh my God, when Esther was in the palace, she retained herself to be a Jewish. Isn't that funny? When Esther was not given the opportunity, she retained herself to be a Jewish. Everything in life that you are blessed or you are not blessed, you have money, you don't have money, you have husband, you don't have husband, it does not matter. Retain your sustainability with God. Look at what sustainability can do. In the book of Acts chapter 26, verse 22. Acts chapter 26, verse 22. Paul said, having therefore obtained help of God, I continue unto this day, witnessing to both small and great, saying not other things than those which the prophet and the Moses did say, who say should come. He said, I sustain my relationship. I sustain what I started. I didn't preach today and don't preach tomorrow. I preach every day. I don't preach to the government today and never preach to them the next day because I don't care who they are. I go to the palace to preach. I come to tell you today, your sustainability is what defines your originality. I don't know if somebody can help us to write it down. Your sustainability is the secret to your originality. You cannot display your level of originality until what you sustain what you believe in. So, saying all that, let's bring it down. What is sustain? Or change it, what is sustainability? As a sustain is the force that keeps you going, that keeps you doing what is right in the midst of what is wrong. Your sustainability is a force. For me to be here 201 days, it's a force. I cannot stop that force. I have slept off many times. My collar has stand up like this many times. I don't even know. and I have the computer in front of me. I just want to rush out to come and do this thing. Sometimes I slept off, I woke up at 4 for a program that's supposed to be for 1. Sometimes I slept off, I woke up at 3 for a program that's supposed to be for 1. Sometimes I'm awake all through the night, I can't sleep for a program that's supposed to be for 1. The question is, why all these? The question is, if you don't have a force of sustainability, you will never sustain doing the right thing in the midst of wrong thing. It is okay to fail. And to fail, you need nothing to fail. All you just need to do is do nothing. I will say it again. To fail, you need nothing. Just do nothing. It's simple. To fail is do nothing. So right now, you are complaining that nothing has happened to you. I've just said to fail is to do nothing. Let me tell you something. There is a weight. The weight of success is more than the weight of failure. If you fail, but if you can succeed on anything, the weight that it places on you is more than what you're thinking about. Jesus. What is the weight? One of the weight is the weight of keeping awake at 2 a.m. one of the weight is the weight of sitting down here, not knowing what to preach for hours, and people are the other side waiting for me to speak. Sitting down here, not knowing how to put my work together, how to structure it. People think they are Superman or they are Wonder Woman. No, there is nothing like that. Everything or everybody that you are seeing are just people that God has helped. God has helped them. God has helped them. So I'm saying all that to say, sustainability is the secret of originality. And sustain, number one, is the force that keeps you going, that keeps you doing the right thing in the midst of wrong thing. Number two, what is sustain? The sustain is the capacity to retain your value in the midst of adversary and distractions. If I tell you the kind of distraction that I have, you will not believe it. Sometimes I'm a teacher and people say I'm saying rubbish. You never know. Sometimes I'll be here, nobody comes online. You never know. But for you to succeed, you have to build a thick skin. The thick skin will help you to develop a mentality that people never can reward what you are doing. God, who commanded you, will reward you. God will try you many times to be able to know if you are fit or you are really ready for what you're doing. Until you can speak without audience, you will never speak to a larger audience. Hey, help me to write it. I love that. Wow, that's powerful. Until you can speak to no audience, you will never be qualified to speak to a larger audience. You know, people are looking for what is already established. That is why many ladies and guys get themselves into trouble. They get themselves into trouble because they are looking for what is already being cooked, what they can enjoy, what is already being done. No, there is more value, there is more respect, there is more honor for you to be the builder of your own future. Be the builder of your own future. Let whatever that you're going to enjoy in the future be what you work by your own hand. I know what it is to be in pain. And yet, there was a day I was doing talk. I was supposed to do Talktolife. But when my second son was playing with me, he said, "Daddy, let us pray." While we are trying to pray in our living room, I twisted my ankle. And I was in serious pain. I couldn't get down to the hospital because it's late. So I sat here in pain and my leg was swelling, serious pain, and I still did Talktolife. Nobody knew that. I've come to understand that if you can give excuse, you will be excluded from success. Excuses exclude people. Oh, because I'm a lady, that is why I'm not successful. Hey, well, what else you have to say? Because I lived in Nigeria, that's why I'm not successful. Okay, because nobody helps me, that's why I'm struggling. Okay, what else you have to say? Let me tell you something. There is no day you will go on MS Word and type something and a page will never be open for you. It is built for unlimited. Let me tell you something. In the school of excuses are built unlimited. You have good reason not to succeed. But let me tell you something. The last time I checked, there have never been a platform for failure. He said, the next speaker right now that is coming to speak to us is a man who has failed 100 times and he has remained his failure. He said he will never be successful in life. He said, welcome with me, Mr. Failure. He's going to share with you how to fail. Nobody wants to listen to a speaker like that. Do you know what? And these are the people you're supposed to listen to. But unfortunately, this platform of life will never give them opportunity. On that note, I'm come to tell you, anywhere you are watching me for right now, it's good to fail, but refuse to stay a failure. It's good to struggle, but refuse to stop as a struggler. It's good to wrestle, but refuse to stop as a wrestler. I want you to step up your game and produce results. I want you to step up your game and have a good reason why you should be stopped, but you refuse to be stopped. I supposed not to be this. Okay, so I'm at work as a chaplain. We do devotion, and I stepped up to the podium yesterday. While I was driving to work, I don't know what to say. I was praying in the Holy Ghost, and Holy Spirit tells me, hey, seed, seed, seed. When I heard it, oh, thank God, seed. Our life is a seed. Your time is a seed. Your loyalty is a seed. And the Lord gave me, my wife knows, the Lord gave me everything. And after I shared it, and I talked to my boss, I said, guess what? Yesterday, I didn't know what to say. This morning, I didn't know what to say. But I talked to my wife. I said, baby, you know what happened? I'm going to work tomorrow, and I am the one doing the devotion, and I don't know what to say. My wife said, baby, hey, excuse me. I said, what happened? She said something. He said, if you tell me you don't know what to say, my husband, I will never believe you. I said, why? I said, I don't know what to say. He said, no. He said, you know what to say. That is what you will say every time you want to preach. He said, you don't know what to say, and after you finish, we're all going to write like 4, 6, 7 pages. He said, that is what you say all the time, that you don't know what to say. And when you get there, you always have more than what to say. And I started thinking, how did I get there? That I will go from not knowing what to say, now get to a platform that I can say more things. And the Lord told me, he said, you have built yourself over time. You have been behind camera over time. It is your time to be displayed. And when it is your turn, it is your time. Nothing can stop me. Even nothing can stop you, even utterance. If you open your mouth wide, I will feel it. You remember when Jesus Christ was telling them, I think it was in Matthew chapter 10, that when they put you in front of the judges, he said, don't worry, he said, the spirit of your father will speak through you. That, I think, what is happening. Because Bishop Adedokun always know what to say, I will know what to say. Because Daddy G always know what to say, I will always know what to say. I will never run out of words, because that is what I'm born to do. I will never run out of idea, because that is what I live to do. I will never run out of to know how to maneuver, how to create a way for me, because the God that I serve is a way maker. I'm trying to say to you, sustain yourself. And sustainability is the capacity to retain your value in the midst of adversaries. People that want to stop you, yet you stand stronger. And distraction, you keep your focus. Number 3, what is sustain? Sustain is the backbone of your impact and influence. Sustain is the backbone of your impact and influence. Number 4, what is sustain? Sustain, it is what brings value to God's grace on your life. Many of you, you can do what I'm doing, but you tried it once and nobody liked your message on Facebook, you forget it. There are many messages that I've written, that I've blogged, I have published in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, that nobody ever looked up to. After this year, I've published over 50 articles. Nobody read it. But as of today, I don't know where those people are coming from. Everybody will just, if you go to the new, the secret101home.com, the secret101home.com, that's my blog. Now we have almost 40,000 viewers from over 150 countries around the world. Let me tell you something. Life is a seed. Until you sow it and sow it and sow it and sow it and sow it, it may never drop on good ground. Sometimes some of you have an idea, but you are worried about why people will not pay. You say, God, if I do this idea, if I present this idea, people might not buy my product. Let me tell you something. Until you have an idea that people will not pay attention to, you will never develop it into an idea that people want to pay for. I will say it again. Until you have ideas that nobody pays attention to, you will never develop it to an idea that everybody wants to pay for. I need to write it. Until you have an idea that nobody wants to pay for, you will never develop it to an idea that everyone wants to buy. And that's the secret. If you are worried about your present state, you will never develop, you never live in a state. What I'm trying to say, go. We live in a world of failure. Everybody that has succeeded today are once failure. But I want you to know, you have to develop capacity. Develop capacity to what? To try and try and try. And that's what I'm talking about. There's a grace of God upon your life to start a business. There's a grace of God upon your life to start a YouTube channel like this, to start a YouTube video, to start a YouTube page. No, but you won't do it. You are so afraid. Nobody's going to like my message. It is not your message, sir. It is not your message, man. It is God's message through you. So if they say no to you, they say no to God. And guess what? Nobody can say no to God. So they will come back and say yes to you. You didn't hear what I said? If they say no to your vision, your idea, your passion, your purpose, they are saying no to God because it's not you, it is God. But nobody can say no to God. They will come back and say yes to you. That is a message for somebody. Nobody's going to buy my product. They will not pay for it. Okay, guess what? If you look up here, if you're on YouTube, at the top right hand here, this is a seminar that we organize for ladies. This is 2.0. A lot of life has been changed. I have been published about this. I said, please, I want you guys to be part of this. But some people will not sign up. Other people have signed up. But the question is this. If people sign up and they don't sign up, is that a good reason why I should not organize it? I want to tell you something. If it's only me and my wife that is there, I will do it. Because until you have a humble beginning, nobody will celebrate your big ending. People want to start a house from a roof. No, it's not like that. Every house is started from a foundation. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, go to RotimiAdedokun.com. RotimiAdedokun.com and click on Total Women Masterclass where you can register. It's just $50. That's like maybe like less than 30 pounds or like $22,500. And so 500 naira. That's just next to nothing. And why do we attach price to it? We attach price to it so people are going to know if money is not there, your art cannot be there. So on that note, on the 19th, today is Friday, it's going to be tomorrow we are starting. It's Friday, today is 18th, tomorrow is 19th and 20th. It's going to be mind-blowing. For those who have attended before, they can testify to it. So if you are a lady, I want you to sign up. If you know of any friend of yours, if one person can pay, 2 people can attend. That's what I'm going to do. So, and if you are a man, you're listening to me right now, you can pay for your wife, pay for your child, pay for your friend, your colleague. If they come to the program and they don't like it, it's going to be myself, my wife, Paul Fold, Sandra. If I look at the picture of those people that are there, because of time, I don't want to be calling it a mind. All those people are specialized, special people in their way. And there's a lady from UK, her name is Tolani. Tolani, she's just too much. She's a nurse and she helps people to understand their body system. As a person, even want to make money, wealth is health. Health is wealth. You have to learn about your body system. So Tolani is going to be there. Some people are going to be teaching you marriage. My wife is going to be teaching you how to deal with a man like Rotimi. So it's going to be mind-blowing. So wherever you are around the world, you can sign up. One thing you to sustain your ability is going to be true knowledge. True knowledge. And that's going to give me the last definition of sustainability. The sustainability is the knowledge that gives you access to unlimited results without stress. Sustainability is a knowledge that gives you access to unlimited results without stress. If you don't know, you can never sustain. One of the things that I know that what you do it over and over and over again, it becomes part of you. And until it becomes part of you, it will never pay you. Oh, did anybody hear that? Until you do it over and over and over and over again, it will not be part of you. And until it becomes part of you, it will never what? It will never pay you. A lot of people want to be paid, but they are not what they want to be paid for is not part of them. This is part of me. Some people are just loving me and just say, Pastor, we send this seed to you. So think about it. So, because of time, let me give you what are the nugget of life, the nugget of sustain. Number one, when you sustainability produces results without stress. It makes you to maintain your pace without struggle. It keeps your focus and fight internally. It fight internal forces and keep your focus. If you want to fail outside, you must first fail inside. What sustain does is to fight your enemy within so you can be relevant outside. It keeps your focus from distraction. It fights your enemy inside. So what? You can live a good life outside. You know, a lot of people want to be rich, but they've never learned how to be rich. A lot of people want to be healthy. They've never learned how to be healthy. You know, the job that you are doing right now, do you know how long it takes you to be a professional in it? So you want to be a professional about your life, and you have never paid for a seminar. I don't know what you're learning. It is not classroom subject that makes you to become what you want to become. It is outside room subject, seminars like this, Total Women Masterclass, a 2-day life-changing training for ladies. These are the things. Ladies, I want you to please sign up. So, sustain, keep your focus and help you to fight internal forces. Number 4, sustain rescue, helps you to rescue against all resistance. Many things that want to stop you, but if you don't stop within, you can never stop. So you wrestle with them, you conquer them. And number 5, sustain promises you greatness while partnering with continuity. Wow. It gives you, it promises greatness. If you can sustain it, greatness is awaiting you. But the key to it is continuity. You never stop. If you stop, you will be stuck. I will say it again. Anytime you stop, you are stuck. Those who stop will be stuck. So you have good reason to fail, good for you. But if you stop, you'll be stuck. That's all I got for nugget. I have a lot. Number one, sustainability helps you to wrestle against all resistance. It helps you to keep focus and fight internal forces. It makes you to maintain your pace without struggle. It makes you to produce results without stress, and promises you greatness while partnering with continuity. On that note, call for sustainability. Sustain your marriage. It is what defines your level of maturity. While doing some study on marriage, I come to understand that most of the people, you don't need, this might be too much to say, but I want to say it anyway. And you can wrestle with it. Or let me say it in a beautiful way. Do you know some people don't believe in Jesus? They don't even believe in God. And they kept their marriage. Due to what I do, I see people, the veteran United States military, they marry for 54 years and they don't believe in Jesus. So I've come to understand that success in marriage is not a function of Jesus, God. No, it is much more of your developed capacity for maturity. Maturity to know that you married to a man. Maturity to know that you married to a woman. Maturity to know that you can only wear tie and you cannot wear heel at the same time. You can only wear pant trousers. You cannot wear skirt at the same time. You cannot wear the two. Some people want to have the tie and put on a heel at the same time. Some people want to have long pant trousers, and yet they want to wear a skirt. It doesn't work like that. Let your wife wear the skirt. You wear the long pant, the trouser. Let your wife wear the heel, and you wear the tie. What that means, let it mean to you. What I'm trying to say is that a man is a man. You cannot be a man and be a woman at the same time. And a woman is a woman. You cannot be a woman and be a man at the same time. Trying to change your spouse is foolishness at highest level. You change yourself and your spouse will change. Did you hear what I said? If you change, everything around you will change. If you change, everything around you will change. A man wants to change the world. He couldn't. He said, no, let me change my continent. He couldn't. He said, let me change my country. He couldn't. He said, okay, let me change my state. He couldn't. He said, let me change my city. He couldn't. He said, let me change my neighbor. No, he couldn't. He said, let me change all the families around my neighbor. He couldn't. He said, let me change my family. No, he couldn't. He said, I'm going to change my spouse. No, he couldn't. He said, okay, let me change myself. When he changed himself, his wife changes. When the wife changed, the family changed. When the family changed, they impacted other families. When other families were impacted, they impacted their neighbors. When their neighbors were impacted, they impacted their community. When their community were impacted, they impacted their city. When their city was impacted, it spread all across the city, and the state changed. When the state changed, the country changed. When the country changed, it impacted the continent. And when the continent changed, it impacted the world. If you change, everything will change. If you change, everything will change. Sustain your marriage by sustainability. It is what defines your maturity. Sustain your finances. Stop buying what you don't have, what you don't like, with money you don't have, to please people who don't like you. Stop spending credit card. Spend your debit card. Stop buying what you cannot afford. If you need to put it on credit, it means you cannot afford it. Stop. Don't let them define it a different way for you. Some people, it's just funny when some people will send me message from Nigeria. We want to do wedding. Please help us. I say, okay. When I see the kind of wedding they put on, I say, what? I don't even have that kind of wedding. They will spend all the money in one day, and these people don't have roof upon their head. They will buy the latest phone, buy the latest car. And they can't even pay their rent. And they now started fasting and praying to pay their bills. After they have put up a show, people will come and help you to spend your money. And when they are leaving, they only give you card, congratulations card. Don't you think? You don't need to please people. When I got married, I selected I should be myself. God bless my mother then. She was saying, no, she had to make this. I said, forget that one. Thank God for Bishop Adedokun and the teaching I've exposed myself to. I did everything myself. I was a youth president in Nigeria then in Mina. I bought it. I went to Lagos Island myself. In the main market. Forget this thing. Everything. I did it. My wife and I, we are still very good today. And some people will put up a big marriage. And it's just going to last for 1 month. 1 year. Maybe 5. Sustain your finance. Your finances. And don't spend the money you don't have. Stop begging. Start innovating. How can I make more money? Less money go out, more money comes in. Number 3, sustain your declaration. It is the only way to see that you believe what you are saying. I am the head and not the tail. God is lifting me higher and higher. God is blessing me more and more. You keep saying it every day. Don't stop saying it. Sustain your investment. Don't spend all that you earn. Make more money and invest it. Investment is another way you can call yourself a business owner. There are 3 types of people in this world. Workers, investors, and entrepreneur. Entrepreneur are business owner. Investor, sustain entrepreneur. Workers work for entrepreneur that pays investor. You have to know where you belong. Are you a worker? Are you an investor? Are you a what? Entrepreneur. Hey, you pay a worker wages. You pay an investor dividends. But an entrepreneur determines what he earns. Let us think. So invest. If you cannot be a business owner, some people say, I don't know how to do business. Okay. But can you save your money and go and invest in Apple? Can you save your money and go and invest in Amazon? Can you save your money and go and invest in Tesla? Can you save your money and go and invest in all these big companies? Anytime you invest, you claim part of the company. And number 5, sustain your commitment to your vision. That is the best way to have result. How then can you sustain? Number 1, use your mind frequently, your mind. That is how you can sustain your relevance. Use your hand all the time. That is how you will sustain your relationship with kings and queens. Because see, a man diligent in his business is going to stand between, going to serve kings and not mere men. If you want your name to be called in higher places, you have to sustain. You keep working. The more you work it, the more you become better. And when it becomes better, that is when you're going to serve kings. Joseph was not enough to meet with Pharaoh. That was why they put him in a pit. It was not enough to meet with Pharaoh. That is why he went to Potiphar's house. It was not enough to meet with Pharaoh. That is why he went back to the prison. And when it's time for him to be ripe enough to meet with Pharaoh, guess what? Pharaoh called him. I want you to think about that. Put your hands to work. You get better, you serve king. Number 3, put your heart to work. That is how you impact your world. Your heart is the generator of everything. Your heart is the generator of everything. You can never produces results not using your heart. Amazon is from the heart. Walmart is from the heart. Facebook is from the heart. Instagram, Twitter, Google, they are all from the heart. If your heart is not at work, your impact will never be seen. Oh, somebody help me to write it. When your art is not at work, your impact will never be seen. If you want to be relevant in life, your heart must be at work. Number 4, let your leg be at work. A leg is a form of sustainability too. When your leg is at work, you will produce results. Listen, the heart can think about it. The mind can produce it. The end can make it work. But until the end distributes it to who is needed, you will never be paid. A musician will develop, example, let's use Nathan Abasi or Sinach. They will sit down and compose a song. They will rehearse it, call instrumentalists. They will perfect it. They go to a studio. They will record it. After they have recorded it over time, they perfect it. They make sure everything is good. They put it on YouTube. And over 1 million people watch it. 10 million people. 100 million people. And people run adverts on it and they pay them. But what I want to tell you today, it's not enough that you think about that music of yours. It is not enough that you write it down. It is much enough that you develop it, you make it to be a song. Call the people to support your team. Develop, go to studio, produce that song, and upload it on YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. Until your leg is at work, result is not in view. You can have a better idea. You can write a big book. Some of you don't know, I have a book I've written for Bishop Adedokun, but I'm still waiting to perfect it. That's why most of you have not written. I've not seen it. I have 3 days to my birthday. I vowed in June, in May, to have this done. But the people who are working with me, they are still slowing the process down. You see what I'm talking about? Let your leg be at work. Move, speak to people, go to places. Don't slow down. When somebody say no to you, try somebody else. Let your heart is good, your mind is good, your end is good, but your leg is good. You mean by leg, you don't need a physical leg now. You can send email, is a leg. You can send text messages, is a leg. You can make call, is a leg. Leg is getting your product to where it's needed. That's how you get results. And if your leg said it's not enough to get you what you want, use your entire body. Your physical presence has more impact than sending email, making calls. I've seen so many things that I send email to some people and they said, no, Rotimi, we can't offer this now. But I will just tell my wife, hey, I need to go travel here, travel there. When I show up, it's a different ball game. Okay, because you are here right now, we're going to try it for 6 months. Oh, how did that happen? There is power in presence. So what your heart cannot do alone, your mind will think about it. What your mind cannot do alone, your hands can think about it. Once your hand cannot do alone, your leg can think about it. If your leg cannot do it alone, your entire body will get it. That was why Jesus Christ was telling them it's good to act, it's good to knock, it's good to search. You have to try any of these. Let one work. And if one works, guess what? You're going to get your worth. If one thing works out of these 5 things, you're going to get your worth. If one thing works, I need to write it down. If one thing works, you will get your worth. You try every possible, avenue, then you will get your worth. Guess what? That is all I got today. Everybody, you want to help me? What have you heard? What have you heard? Sustain your life. What have you heard? Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We got to go right now. Hey, guess what? It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. So, whatever you have started, I want you to sustain it. Sustain it. Maybe you need to send email. Remember, you put your mind to work, put your heart to work, put your mind to work, put your hand to work, put your leg to work, and put your entire body to work. Wherever you are around the world, this is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Danka TV, that was a great message. Wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I celebrate that. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. Thank you. Any other person, what have you heard today? What have you heard? And if you know what I said doesn't make sense, it's all right. You don't need to type it. Just go quiet. It's all right. So, I got to go. Wherever you are around the world, tomorrow, Saturday, we are organizing this 2-day masterclass. For your wife, for your daughter, for your friend, for your girlfriend, for your boss who is a ladies, pay for them. It's like $50, $20,500, and it's like maybe, I don't know how much it's going to be in euro or pounds. Or if you know that you are having, some people say they are having challenge to make payments via that link. Wow, Old Test TV is here again. So please send your email. If you know you want to attend and you're having problem in signing up, please send your email to my NewDawnTV. My NewDawnTV. When you send your email to my NewDawnTV, somebody is going to reach out to you to see how they can get your information, your name, your email address, and your phone number. Then they're going to tell you how you can make payment through Catch App. What do you call it? That's the email to send your information to. And if you're in the United States and through, let me see this number. There is a number that you can do WhatsApp alone. WhatsApp alone. WhatsApp alone. The number is 918-350-8631. So anywhere around the world, and you know you want to be part of this Total Women Masterclass, but maybe you're having difficulty for the payment, you can send email to my NewDawnTV. You can send email to my NewDawnTV, or you send a text message to this number I'm about to send to you. That number, with that number, you can send a WhatsApp message. Please remember, it's going to be WhatsApp alone. If you call, nobody's going to pick the call. Please, it's going to be WhatsApp alone. Send a WhatsApp message to that number and say, hey, I saw this message on Facebook, on YouTube, and I want to be part of this program. And somebody's going to send you a message. You can pay through an account in Nigeria. You can send a Cash App, a Zelle, a PayPal, however you want to do it. So that's what I thought I need to give to you today. So everybody, thank you, and thank you. Please send emails. I want you to be part of this. It's going to be a mind-blowing. And after, like I said, if you attend and you don't know what to do, it doesn't make sense, call us, send a message, and we're going to refund your money. But for now, thank you. I pray that the hand of God be upon you. I pray God will give you capacity for you to get the best of today. Please remember that you are designed for royalty and you cannot afford to settle for less. Once again, thank you for Danka TV. Thank you for your message. For Old Text TV, thank you for your message. Please, I want you guys to please help us to send the message out. We want more other people to register. And if they register, they're going to come back and share their testimony with you. Thank you. Have a great day ahead of you. Remember, you are designed for royalty and you cannot afford to settle for less. I salute you and I celebrate you. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.